Hello everyone, my name is Eric Schurter and I'm the product manager for the editor group, which is part of the create stage of the DevOps lifecycle. And I am very excited to share with you what we have in store for the 14.0 milestone. This is a big one. This is the one we've been working towards for the past few months. And I really want to highlight the three major efforts that we've been working on and the team's been plugging away at since about 13.11. So without further ado, the top navigation is the first main area we've been working on. So we are going to be combining the projects, groups, and more menu into a single consolidated menu to help bring a little bit better understanding of the relationship between groups and projects, as well as visibility and accessibility to those instance level features like milestones and operations and analytics. So this is looking great. We're very excited to ship this in 14.0. And we will be, you'll see that coming soon. The second area that we were focusing on is updates to the left navigation, both in style and structure. So we have some aesthetic changes to the left sidebar, the left navigation, to make the vertical space a little bit more compact and fit on smaller screens so you can see all the items on the list. And some usability improvements to how we interact with the menus there. And then at the same time, we're shuffling some things around and creating new categories in the left nav to help group features a little more logically and make things a little more clearly accessible. You can see actually linked from that epic a full list of the architecture that we're planning, and then you can actually start to see some of the fruits of this labor showing up already. Because I'm behind a feature flag, you watching this probably aren't seeing this yet, but you can see things like the operations section is being broken out into 3 sections roughly, and the requirements no longer has an extraneous item called list under here. There are a myriad of changes to the actual sidebar structure, and you can go through the epic to see all of them. But we are working on all of those, and it's looking good to ship for 14.0. And the third major thing we've been working on is our new content editor, which is a WYSIWYG editor for Markdown content, and introducing that to the wiki edit page. And without spending too much time talking about it, I can actually just go and show you, again behind a feature flag, but coming very soon to a wiki near you, is a new editor. So this homepage, I can click edit and use the new editor. And this Markdown editor doesn't look all that much different than what we have in issues and comments, but there's a lot going on under the hood. So I can actually start typing Markdown, but as soon as I hit space, and I can add a header and hit enter and create a list, and then it's going to increment my list, and then I will put a horizontal rule and things like that. So you can see I'm using the familiar Markdown syntax and typing into a visual editor. It's rendering it on the fly. I can select text and change it. I can even change it to code. So we have support for a lot of the basic Markdown formatting extensions. In 14.0, we're going to continue extending this to support things like adding a drop-down for header levels. And right now, the support's very basic for things like bold and italic and lists, but we're iterating through just every type of content, like code blocks and image references, images and reference links and things like that. And then we'll start tackling all of the rest of the extensions available in GitLab flavored Markdown. But for 14.0, we're going to try and round out the basic Markdown editing components so that the wiki editor can be useful to as many people as possible. There's always going to be an option while we're in this sort of beta stage and building out support to switch back to the old Markdown editor here and edit in the more familiar and more supported manner. So keep an eye out for the content editor in the wiki. the consolidated top nav and the updated look and feel and architecture of the left nav in 14.0. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next month.